CBS Y&R Spoilers. Welcome back to our channel. Everyone, today is a beautiful day to dive into the latest, craziest drama in Genoa City. We have a massive update to unpack today, and things are getting wilder by the minute. Grab your snacks and settle in, because we need to talk about the absolute chaos unfolding right now. Let's get right into it. So let's just start with the elephant in the room, because I'm honestly losing my mind over this whole Matt Clark situation, and I know you guys are too. I've been reading your comments on social media, and we are all on the exact same page here. What were the writers thinking making Matt the hero? Like, seriously. What is actually going on in the writer's room right now? A few episodes ago, we had this incredibly intense, chaotic scene. Nick Newman is literally dying. He's having this massive medical crisis after all the drug drama and that horrific crash. It was a terrifying moment, and who steps up? Matt freaking Clark, the guy who has terrorized this family for what feels like forever. The guy who basically caused all this misery in the first place. And he does CPR. And suddenly he's the hero because apparently, in a room full of people, no one else knows basic first aid. Let's just ignore the fact that an entire room full of adults had no idea how to do CPR. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean? It's just so silly, but it works for the plot, I guess. It pushes the narrative forward, even if it makes me want to pull my hair out. But here is where it gets really, really messy. The amnesia. Oh my God, the amnesia. The Newmans actually believe that Matt has lost his memory. They are buying it hook, line, and sinker, and Nick. Oh, Nick's pesky conscience is acting up again. He told Victor Newman and the rest of the family that he just can't bring himself to get revenge on Matt because Matt doesn't remember the horrible things he did. He doesn't remember the crimes. So Nick is just... what? Letting it go, trying to help him remember so he can punch him later? It's so frustrating to watch Nick tie himself in knots over a monster. Nick has always tried to be the moral compass of the family. He always wants to be better than Victor, better than Adam. But this is taking it to a whole new level of ridiculous. You can't apply normal morals to a psychopath, but Nick is doing it anyway. He's literally babysitting the guy who ruined his life, all because his pesky conscience won't let him attack a guy with amnesia. And can we just talk about the amnesia trope for a second? Let's be real here. It is the oldest trick in the soap opera playbook. Whenever the writers paint a villain into a corner and don't know how to redeem them, boom, amnesia. Suddenly, they don't remember being a monster. It's so lazy. But at the same time, it is working so perfectly on the Newman family right now. They are all walking around on eggshells. Nick is acting like Matt is some fragile baby bird that needs to be protected. It's infuriating. I just want to scream at my screen. Wake up, Nick. He's playing you. And then there is Sienna Bacall. Let's talk about Sienna for a long minute because I feel like she is the absolute wild card in all of this. We all know Sienna has been fiercely loyal to Matt in the past, like violently loyal. She literally stalked Phyllis Summers to a dark basement and attacked her with a vicious blow just to save Matt. But now, the spoilers are hinting that Sienna might be changing her mind about her terrible ex. Or rather, she's looking at him differently now that he's this amnesiac hero who saved Nick's life. Remember when she thought she actually killed him? She thought she ended him, but thank goodness she didn't, right? Because now he's the CPR hero. It's such a wild flip. She goes from thinking she murdered the guy to staring at him like he's some kind of saint. But this is going to cause massive trouble for her and her current guy, Noah Newman. Noah has been through enough, hasn't he? Why do they always do this to Noah? Let's zoom out and look at the bigger pattern here. Sienna broke up with Matt basically the second Noah came into the picture. It was fast, maybe too fast. And I don't think she ever fully processed her feelings for Matt. You don't just turn off those feelings, especially when you have that kind of deep, complicated history. They were married. They ran that super popular club out in Los Angeles together. They were a power couple in their own weird, toxic way. Think about the vibe there in LA, the power, the money, the late nights. They were a team. They built a life together. And Sienna was deeply, deeply entrenched in Matt's dark world. You don't just walk away from a marriage and a business partnership like that without some serious emotional baggage. Noah came in like a knight in shining armor and swept her off her feet. He gave her an out, but did she really want out? Or was she just tired of the drama for a minute? And speaking of that club, Noah was totally eyeing their business model. He wants to do something similar, like a bar out at the Grand Canyon, which is a cool idea, but it just shows how intertwined Noah is with Sienna and Matt's past. He didn't just take Matt's girl, he took inspiration from his business. That is a recipe for disaster. It's like Noah is trying to replace Matt in every single aspect of Sienna's life. But you can't just erase the past. You can't just pretend those LA days didn't happen. So now Matt is alone in Genoa City. Well, not totally alone. Phyllis is pretending to be his friend, but we all know Phyllis is just setting him up to betray him. She's using him as a pawn against Victor. But Sienna is a very emotional person. She operates on feelings and impulse. And seeing Matt like this, vulnerable, confused, supposedly missing his memories, she might actually feel sorry for him. She might feel so much pity that she takes him back. If she does that, who actually believes this is going to end well? Noah is going to be crushed, absolutely heartbroken, and angry. We saw Noah get into a physical fight with Matt not that long ago. Noah was bleeding. He was furious. He knows exactly what Matt is capable of, so for Sienna to just look past all that because Matt did CPR on his dad, it's going to break Noah's brain. Think about the scene after Nick's incident. Noah left with the others, he walked away, but Sienna stayed behind with Matt. She lingered. That right there tells you everything you need to know about where her head is at. She is torn. She is looking at Matt and maybe, just maybe, she's seeing the guy she fell in love with back in LA before everything went completely off the rails. She is remembering the good times, and that is so dangerous. But what happens to Noah if Sienna jumps ship? This is where it gets really juicy, you guys. If Sienna chooses Matt, this could push Noah right back into the orbit of Audra Charles. Yes, Audra. They have so much shared history. They went through that tragic miscarriage years ago, something Audra just recently opened up about to Sally Spectra. Noah and Audra have a bond that is built on real, deep trauma. It's not just a superficial club romance. If Noah gets his heart broken by Sienna, Audra might be the only person who can put the pieces back together. Audra has been showing this softer, more empathetic side lately. If Noah comes to her, broken and betrayed by Sienna, I can totally see those old sparks flying. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Sienna. Maybe she really believes Matt is a changed man. But honestly, no, I can't give her that much credit. She is being manipulated just like everyone else. Matt is playing them all. He's faking this amnesia. I am almost 100% sure of it. He is a calculating monster, but Sienna is blinded by nostalgia and pity. It just feels like a classic Y&R setup. The writers love to tear Noah down. Every time he finds a shred of happiness, they rip it away. And putting him in a love triangle with a literal psychopath who terrorized his family, that is peak soap opera drama. But it's exhausting. Like, give Noah a break. Give him a normal relationship for once in his life. And let's talk about Phyllis again for a second. Phyllis pretending to be Matt's friend. Sienna already hates Phyllis. Sienna attacked Phyllis. If Sienna finds out Phyllis is playing Matt, Sienna is going to go ballistic. We might see another physical showdown between those two women. Sienna is violently protective of Matt. Even if she's dating Noah, her instinct is to protect her ex. That is so messed up. So messed up. If she thinks Phyllis is hurting this new, innocent Matt, Sienna will destroy her. I just keep thinking about that moment Sienna stayed with Matt, just standing there, looking at him, repeating in her head that he saved Nick. It's like she's trying to convince herself that he's a good person, but he's not. Matt Clark is irredeemable. He is a villain. He poisoned the drugs Nick took. He set the whole thing up. How is he the hero for doing CPR on the guy he basically tried to kill? It makes no sense. It makes zero sense. But that's what we're dealing with. And I'm just typing this all out, staring at my screen, feeling like I'm going crazy. Are we the only ones seeing through this? The fans on social media are definitely seeing it. We are all just waiting for the other shoe to drop. So, is Matt going to stay in GC for a while? It sure looks like it. He's sinking his claws into Sienna. He's got Nick feeling all guilty and conflicted, and he's playing Phyllis. He's setting up camp. And I am honestly a bit tired of his smug face, but I also can't look away. It's a train wreck, a beautiful, messy train wreck that we are all forced to watch. What do you guys think? Is this monster actually capable of redemption? Or is he just biding his time until he can strike again? Let me know, because I am losing sleep over this storyline and I need to know I'm not the only one completely stressed out by Sienna's terrible choices.